Hi guys, my name is Lily Poppin, and I am one of the co-editor-in-chiefs of the Foundationalist. I use she, her pronouns, and my home is in Iowa. My second home is in Maine, which I hope you guys are all enjoying as the class of 2024. But right now my home is in Colorado, as you can see, because there's no mountains in Iowa. Anyway, to the Foundationalist, something I wanted to say is I joined my freshman year by coincidence because I just ran into one of the founders actually in Winthrop in the lobby, so that was really cool. And before I came to college, I had literally no idea what a literary journal was or a literary magazine, but as I worked with it, as I've worked as a member of the team, the editorial board, there's a whole world on there of literary journals for creative writers, but also for people who just like to read and like to talk about it and not in a book club setting. But yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to be here. I'm just gonna share a piece that we published, I think it was my first year, second semester, first year, and it's called Tars the Rat. There's a rat digging in my yard, probably neither today or tomorrow. Tars, the rat, has made between 6 and 10 holes, perfectly cylindrical from what I can tell, although cylindrical implies that their length is straight and not bent. And I have not been able to look down any of them because of my phobia of holes. Tars is pronounced with a z sound. If I were to really interrogate that statement about not having looked down any of the holes, I would say that I was being dishonest because I have a compulsive need to glance at the largest one, bored very close to the steps of my porch whenever I walk to my front door. I look at it in the same way every time, never remembering in time to not look, only feeling the same effect of agitated anticipation about halfway across the lawn, and then it's time to look at that specific hole. And I can see that the grass is growing just a little through the wall of the hole on the side closest to the porch. So I have seen about 2 or 3 inches of the hole. So this is a piece we published, I think last spring, and yeah, you can find it more on our publication website. And welcome to Bowdoin, and can't wait to meet you guys.
Hey guys, my name is Rachel, and I'm one of the co-editor-in-chiefs for the Foundationalist at Bowdoin. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm currently living in Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey. So I joined Foundationalist in my first semester of freshman year, and I joined because I really enjoy reading literature and critiquing them. And I'll share one thing that I enjoy the most of joining the Foundationalist, and it's also one of the most surprising, and that is the amount of inside jokes that we were able to come up with based on some of the wonderful or not so wonderful works that we have gotten in the past. It is really fun. And now I'm going to read a selection from one of the favorite poems that we have published in the past. It is titled From My Heart, Deep Concern. I want you to blame, to bear the penalty within such abuses of the light and honest. So desperately I want you, but we cannot reform the past, the wrongs, the sobering trap of letting the end end. I urge you toward new days remaining. Stand as best in peace and prayers. So if you want to take a look at more of these excellent pieces of undergraduate literature, I urge you to join the Foundationalist, and I hope to see you in our club this semester.
Hi guys, my name is Cuban. I use she, her pronouns. I'm one of the co-editors-in-chiefs of the Foundationalist this year. So it's so nice to meet you guys. I'm calling in from San Ramon, California, in the Bay Area, where all the smoke, fires, hazardous air quality index is happening. So I hope you guys are staying safe. Yeah, so I just want to talk about why I joined the Foundationalist in the first place, and that's because I was roped into it by the 2 founders, Sydney and Alexia, in my first year of college. It was during the lobster bake, or right after the lobster bake. I went back to my dorm in Winthrop with the other co-editor-in-chief, Lily. We lived in Winthrop together, Dirty Throp, and they were sitting in the common room, playing board games, drawing octopuses with crayons. So we got talking. It was really cool meeting upperclassmen as a first year, and they were very welcoming and friendly. And I think that set the tone for when we actually did go to a meeting, a Foundationalist meeting, and learned what the club was about. And that's just basically talking about other people's creative processes, the works that people send to us. And it's a really safe, it felt like a safe space for underclassmen to go in, talk to all these intimidating upperclassmen who are like English geniuses. And yeah, I'm so grateful for that. And here we are where we're remote, but I'm an upperclassman now, so I hopefully you do feel that same sort of security and safety and mentorship that those two co-leaders provided for me. I just want to read out one of my favorite pieces that we've ever accepted, and that's New York City Baby by Alyssa Ferdig, published in 2019 for our Volume 2, Issue 1. So we weren't in print at that time. We were just on Academia, and you can find it on our Academia page. But it's totally worth the read. I'm only reading an excerpt, so you should go online and read the rest because it's very provocative and spicy. So here we go. After being told by the woman who sold expensive leather bags in the booth across from our CBD pop-up that I should try to be less independent in my relationships in order to attract less selfish men, I took the long way home and sat feeling stoned on the subway, contemplating whether or not I had orchestrated my love life's failure by intimidating men or wanting things too much. Later in the month, I would meet a man with beautiful blue eyes who would tell me that he thought I was sexy and special and we had a connection. When I turned him down, I proceeded to wonder if all the times I had wished someone would tell me what he told me, I was merely just playing tricks on myself, and that I just needed an excuse, really, to love who I already was. In the city, it's easy to get tricked by things like love and lust and beauty by getting them all confused. In the city, everything looks so unique, it's easy to forget how one thing comes from another, when everything seems individual and you cannot recall its source. It's easy to forget that the reason you want to fuck someone is not because you love them at all, but rather because they're wearing Versace underwear and their tongue is pressed up inside of you and you're not sure which one turns you on.